Hey guys, it's me, Just Tony, and I wanted to come to you all to kind of talk to you a little, just a little more casually. I know the last video is a little more formal, and I wanted to switch it up a bit. So, a little update. Your girl kind of been going through it a little bit. Yes. So, over the past few months, it's been a little rough. I've kind of been in a situation where I was very, very scared. I was very scared. And I learned something and it hit me this morning of where I was and didn't realize what it was that I was doing. In my past, I've always operated in survivor mode. Who knew? Whether it was at work or in friendships or in romantic relationships, it has always been in survivor mode. And it didn't dawn on me until most recently, where I was in a mode. I had an emotional meltdown, and it was tough because I had this emotional meltdown in front of someone that I would have never. I just never thought I would have been comfortable enough to do that with. I, that's not something that um, that's not something that is common for me. It takes a long time. It takes a very long time for people to see an aspect of me. And even with that, it just takes a long time. And for me to be able to do that, I knew that was something wrong. And it, not to say that that person wasn't still isn't a safe person. It's just I knew something was wrong. Like I knew that there had to be an underlying thing that wasn't really clicking for me. And I realized that I was just operating out of survivor mode. I recognized that my defaults in survivor mode stem from like my love language. One of my love languages is when that's me showing and expressing love is acts of service. And I am a very action driven type of person. I kind of refer to myself as Action Jackson. Like I do things because if you sit and you don't do things, other things fester. And when you've been in traumatic situations, say relationships, when you feel like you aren't doing anything, then other stuff happens. You get what I'm saying? And so, not that that was an issue. I've long don't care about that. I'm not in a competitive bone in my body be caring about that. It was really not. But what I noticed is putting energy into something when you just need to not. Give you an example. I no longer is it the days of when I was moving from Georgia to Maryland, and I was applying to everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. I learned that in this season that I could not do the same thing. What I was looking for was it was something very specific. The roles that I was applying for were strategic. Like I was looking for a particular role. I was looking for a particular environment. I was looking for a particular salary. I could not apply for everything. Survivor mode puts you in a space of applying for 500 jobs, whether you're qualified or not, praying that something sticks. Survivor mode puts you in a space of always giving of yourself, always um, expressing, always um, action oriented, always needing to do something. Survivor mode puts you in that space where it can cause more harm than good. And more specifically, your relationships with your family, your friends, your romantic partners, and even your coworkers. There is a space in which you do need to act. There is a space in which you do need to put forth effort. There is a space in which you do need to say, okay, literally, if I don't do this, then it's just really not going to get done. But that's when discernment comes. And sometimes in survivor mode, you have to pull it all the way back. You have to pull it back because you don't want to push people away. If you're stressing yourself out, if you're noticing that every time you turn around, something is disturbing your nervous system and you are frantic and you are just like, I don't know what's going on. If you're always feeling like that, you need to take a deep breath and do absolutely nothing. Do absolutely nothing. You're stressing yourself out, which causes other people to be stressed out as well. And no one wants to be around someone that's going to cause them stress all the time. No one wants to be around that. I consider myself a fun-loving individual. I'm a good time. Okay, I think I am a good damn time. But if I'm always stressed out about something and I'm always wanting to do something and I'm always wanting to fix something and I'm always wanting to give something and I'm always wanting to, it's like, girl, hey, hey, learn to be enough. Learn that just being, not doing, not acting, but being. Learn that that in and of itself is enough. I started my new job last week. I never in a workplace felt so welcomed. Never felt that anyone was that excited to have me. I was like, oh my gosh, well, okay, this is where I was supposed to be a long time ago. And that's how you want to feel. And it's not, not that I had to claw my way in. I did not have to stress myself out to get this job. I am me. That is it. That was enough. There wasn't any extra thing that I had to do. There wasn't any extra. I just showed up and they were elated to have me. Sometimes you need to receive. You need to sit back and receive what people have to give to you. You if you've always been the one to give, if you've always been the one to, pop up on someone and surprise them, if you've always been the gift giver, if you've always been the one acting out of service just because you want to, sometimes in the season of something such as this, and you don't, no one needs anything. No one needs anything from me right now. No one, quite literally, no one needs anything from me. So the best thing that I can do is just be still and receive whatever life, whatever beautiful thing life wants to give me. And in that regard, you really get to see how things unfold beautifully for you. You really get to see how you attract what it is that you really want in your life without having to, put in so much initial work, or like you feel like you um you have to audition and do tricks and act like you're in a circus. You don't have to do that. Be in a mode of just being. And I know, and trust me, it is learning, receiving that is difficult. Don't get me wrong, because again, I come from a space that is natural to me to want to just give. I now know that the capacity in which I give, I know what I can do. I know my level of giving and acting out of kindness and love. I know my capacity. However, what I don't know is what other people may have for me. And it's not in the mindset of, okay, so what y'all got for me? What you gonna do for me? It's not even that. It is enjoying what life has for you. It's enjoying what people have for you. bask in that. People want to love on you, people want to give, but you have to sit back sometimes and allow that to happen. You have to allow people to come to you and live your life beautifully without feeling like you have to fight for it so much. If you are wanting to be in someone's life, if you're wanting to maintain friendships, if you're wanting to, you know, um, keep your job, sometimes less is more. Sometimes just being who you are and being in a space, being there is enough. Receiving what someone is going to give you, whether it is a promotion, whether it is, a proposal in marriage, whether it is, the next level in your friendship, or even making friends, make yourself available to receive, and you'd be surprised how happy and peaceful you are in the long run. So I hope that helps you all with me sharing parts of my life and my journey, because we are all going through something similar. We are all trying to figure life out, and sometimes we don't get it right, and sometimes we have our footing, and you just need a little push. So I hope this helps, and I will see you in another video. Bye.